Welcome back to Karkom Cards and Comics, as the hat says.
It does say.
I'm Hearse.
Big Josh, what it duck?
So, yes, we are back again, this time with another Dual Duel. He knows not who I bring. I know not who he brings. Last week, you threw out the idea that it should just be the leader of a team. So, here we are. We researched. We went in all of the worldwide interwebs to find the leaders of a team to bring along.
Bing has been our best friend,
Yes. I always ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves, yeah.
He knows. But, okay, so you want to do predictions first? See, who do you think I would bring when you say leaders of a team? Because I felt like it was a direct bait.
It kind of was. Well, I guess intentionally it was.
Okay.
Because it makes me want you to finally bring out Reed.
Of course.
But I feel like you would have caught on to that, so you would have done the bait and switch. So you would have went a completely different route. Who would you have went with?
Oh, looking at that poster ain't gonna help you.
No, it's not.
Not the right universe.
Maybe you went Darkwing, leader of the Teen Titans.
Darkwing. Oh, Nightwing?
Him too.
I was like, Darkwing Duck?
Darkwing Duck.
Well, we could get dangerous, but no, not Darkwing. And I might have been throwing you off by saying not that universe. Who knows? But, so when I think leader of a team for you and how loyal you are to the Alpha Flight, I really thought it might be just an excuse to bring another Alpha Flight member in Guardian.
Wow. This isn't the first time you guessed one of my characters.
It's not?
It is not. I did not go Guardian.
Okay.
I did think about it, but I feel like over the past week while we were talking characters over different things, I brought them up quite a bit. So I figured that would be an easy guess. So I did not go that route.
Okay. I really thought that you would have. Other than that, I guess I got nothing.
All right. Well, my character, the person I brought to this fight, he's old, but he's not. He's in his prime. Because
Benjamin Button.
he was, my character was old and then got reverted to a baby, and then got reverted back to being in his prime, but he kept all his memories.
See, I almost said Quartermain, but is it not?
It is not Quartermain.
Okay.
No, this.
But being old and being in your prime sounds like Quartermain.
Well, this character was like in his older age was reverted to a baby and then reverted back, like he was de-aged and then re-aged by the High Evolutionary. Now when they re-aged him, he was re-aged to his being his body in his prime, but he still kept his mind. Which, I mean, the guy's a genius. He's been a leader of a few crews, if you will. His two most notables are, one is the Acolytes.
Okay.
If that gives it away at all.
Yeah, it's either Magneto or Fitzroy.
And the other team he led was the Brotherhood.
Okay, yeah, so Magneto?
I went Magneto.
Okay, wow. So an X-Men villain? Okay. Well, the character that I chose has been the leader of one team, and it wasn't for super long. No, I'm just kidding. Even though Juggernaut did lead the Savage Avengers, I thought that would be a perfect bluff to just be like, yeah, I'm bringing Juggernaut. You can never bring him. So I just wanted to do that. How scared were you when you saw
I was 3/4 of the way just walking out of this.
against the Juggernaut? I mean, Magneto would win, I guess, versus the Juggernaut. But whatever. But no. Okay, so no jokes aside now. My actual person I brought was once a person. They had their consciousness uploaded into a computer, and then a full cybernetic body was created for them. So he himself, he's not sure if he actually died or not, because it felt like a instantaneous transfusion to him. Like he just was a person and then automatically a robot, when in reality he was dead for quite a while that process was happening.
I can't remember his name.
That sounds familiar?
Yeah.
What team?
From the Invincibles. Whatever that team is that he leads.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay.
No, it is from Image, but it was from the Wildstorm version of Image, and it's the main leader of the Wildcats, Spartan.
I would have never guessed that one.
Yeah, I really didn't know too much about Spartan, but I thought, what a better perfect time to learn something about a character from the 90s that every single person has a copy of his first appearance in that Wildcats #1.
At least one.
He's everywhere. If you go into any dollar bin ever, you'll see that
470
Wildcats
copies
#1.
of it.
Yeah, and it's $1. But
and you're probably overpaying.
yeah. So I brought a robot to a magnet fight.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, well, give us a rundown on what Magneto brings to the table.
All right. Well, as most people know, he has the ability to generate and control magnetic fields. He has magnetic kinesis, magnetic force fields, armor, magnetic rays. He can fly using magnetic fields. He has a geometric link to all electric and magnetic fields that are on the planet Earth. So if anything, even the slightest change happens to our magnetic field, or he can feel it. He can subatomically manipulate metal matter. So for those who only know Magneto from the movies, you've seen it where he's literally pulled iron out of someone's body and formed it into solid metal balls or a plate to float on, different things like that.
That was mercury, though, that the person was injected with.
Oh, okay. Well, They called it iron.
I don't think they did. I think he just made a joke, too much iron in the blood.
Yeah. Either way, metal. He has electromagnetic sight, so say if he's in the pitch black, he can still see the electric energy flowing through the human body. So he can still see that. He has control of basically the entire electromagnetic spectrum, to where he can even project any form of energy, as long as it does have an electromagnetic pulse or wave or anything. So he can completely control visible light, radio waves, gamma rays, ultraviolet light, X-rays. Although he normally just sticks to magnetic shit because most other forms tire him, so he just sticks to what doesn't. He can create wormholes and teleport instantly to wherever he wants to go. I did not know that, but
he was doing it in the 90s X-Men video game. He was just teleporting around.
Well, that's one of his powers.
which I guess I just thought they did Liberty in the game. I didn't know that was a real thing either.
Yeah, metal morphing. Again, he can just change the metal on a subatomic level. So yeah,
that's pretty good. The Spartan has a bio-android body, is a biosynthetic humanoid. He's been upgraded several times with advanced Krubium technology. I guess
Krubium, yeah.
He's one of the most sophisticated machines in all the universe.
English is hard, folks.
Yeah, it really is.
Stay in school.
Absolutely. I dropped out of high school. Never finished. But whatever. He has super strength. His strength is the upper limit of 100 tons. He's easily able to pull a tank apart with his bare hands.
Able.
Yeah, he has superhuman durability, superhuman stamina, energy projection. So his energy is like a biomolecular blast. It's capable of generating powerful amounts of energy and releasing it from his body and from his hands or eyes. And they can hit with as much force as 70 tons. So that's pretty cool. He can also use his energy to enhance his punches. He's got a plasma shield. He can do concussive strobes. So there's that. Stealth fields, energized filaments, which is like a sticky webbing that he can shoot. He can project holographic images. He has a stasis field that he can freeze the atomic motion of trapped particles within it. He has enhanced senses. He has enhanced vision, X-ray vision, thermal vision, an enhanced sense of smell, enhanced hearing, and retrocognition. So just by the heating patterns in a room, he can tell what happened in the room.
So he could smell what the Rock is cooking.
He really could. Or what if he wasn't cooking anything? He could probably tell that too. He can flight.
I can do that.
He can flight. He can flight.
He can flight.
He has psychic immunity, but because he is his memories and mind was uploaded to a computer, he's immortal in the sense that you can completely destroy that robot and it'll just be copied again into a different robot. But in his robot form, he does have accelerated healing, which he can heal himself from any other pieces of metal.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and he has technopathy, so he can communicate with any type of machinery. He has a genius level intellect. Oh my god, dude. I am too tired, I guess. He's an expert in hand-to-hand combat, weaponry. He can speak multiple languages. But here's the thing. His power is kind of unstable at times. And one of his big weaknesses is electromagnetism. So, yeah, there's that.
So this reminds me of the time where I brought a telepath to a robot fight against you.
Yes, it is almost literally that. The only thing that I can hope for is for a swift victory against Magneto, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I would say
because of his awareness to just metal in general.
Yeah, he can feel any type of oh, that's new.
He can feel a bullet coming at him, So, I mean, good luck being a robot and trying to sneak up on this man. And I thought, with it being basically immortal robot. That I'd have a little bit of a chance at winning this, but
when Magneto turns that immortal robot to a fridge magnet and just leaves him there,
yeah, it's like, dang. I mean, I can communicate with the fridge and try to use it to heal me, but
hey, he's gonna make it spoil my milk,
right? Maybe, I don't know, but dang, that's insane. But I mean, I just want to talk about how powerful this guy is that we don't even know. Because
yeah, I was going to say, I literally knew none of this about him because he's one of those characters that we all see. Most people probably don't know his name, but we've seen him because that cover is so common to see in any comic book shop. To where, like, I don't, like, you guys probably don't see how many comics are really behind me, but there's literally, like, tens of thousands of comic books behind me, and I have a fraction of this amount, and I think I have, like, 5 copies of this book at least. At least. Every time I buy I feel like every time I buy a mystery box, there's at least one in there.
Could be. Because, I mean, they're out there, and they printed, like, millions of copies, and nobody wants them now.
It's like the Youngblood #1. Like,
yeah.
There's just so many. Like, it's...
Who's the leader of Youngblood?
I don't know. But I got multiple copies. You got multiple copies, and you got multiple versions of that copy. The pink letters and the whatever. It's bizarre.
Yeah, they printed way too many of those too. But that was the first Image book ever, so they wanted people to get their hands on Youngblood #1.
Everyone on Earth has a copy, and I'm pretty sure Image still has a warehouse that's completely dedicated to just that book.
Probably. Shout out to Rob Liefeld. Yeah, I know it's Shaft.
Shut your mouth.
Okay.
So, researching Magneto, I didn't realize I knew he was powerful, right? Like, I knew he was an Omega level mutant. But I didn't know, like, he could create wormholes. I didn't know that he could control gravity just by manipulating the magnetic field of whatever planet he's on. Like, there's just so many things, like, or the fact that he can control gamma rays and all that, like, that's insane. Like, he's so much more powerful than I thought he was. Like, because he always loses to the X-Men.
Right.
So you're like, well, how powerful can he be? Because their strongest member's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
But they always seem to beat him.
Right.
And one of their most powerful members is made of metal. Although Magneto has completely ripped the metal out of Wolverine at one point. But didn't he give it back as well?
Yeah, I don't know what the story on that is, but yeah, I agree. I did not know about the X-rays, the gamma rays, and stuff like that. I guess the portal thing was kind of a surprise as well. Even though, like I said, I've seen it in like the video games and stuff, because it just makes sense for plot-wise in a video game to be like to jump in and jump out.
Well, what doesn't make sense plot-wise in a video game?
Right. Welcome to die. I mean, Magneto said that, right? But in the prior to the X-Men, he was manipulating the gravity on the asteroid, like he was trying to pull it into Earth. So I guess I kind of knew that.
Okay.
I mean, it was in there, but I wouldn't necessarily, if you asked me all of his powers, I wouldn't be listing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Spartan too. I never saw the Wildcats '90s cartoon, but I guess that might showcase more of like what he can do and all like who he is, and I guess probably for the whole team, who they all are.
Because I'm sure if I brought anybody but Magneto, this would have been a really good fight. Like, I could have literally picked almost anybody else.
Yeah, Jim Lee, you drew an awesome Magneto on the cover of X-Men #1. Do you really think Spartan has absolutely zero chance at beating this guy?
Put it in the comments below, sir.
Yeah, please. If you're done at the premiere of the Batman.
Yeah, didn't he hop in the Batmobile?
He did, yeah, that was awesome.
Should have took it for a joyride.
Yeah.
Started it up.
Yeah, you're the head of DC, man. Do it. Who's going to stop you?
Superman.
Maybe.
Or Zack Snyder fans.
Zack Snyder.
No.
Just fans. The fans.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, that took another little bit of a turn. Anything else you want to say about what this fight could be?
Not really. There's nothing really to add. It was just one of those fights where one has
just a clear advantage.
Yeah, every advantage over the other because one's just made of metal. Like that's rough. That's rough.
Which is why you never see Superman versus Batman here. We just both agree Batman could absolutely do nothing to Superman. And, like, realistically, do anything to Superman.
Well, hold on a second.
No.
If Batman had enough time to prepare for Superman,
Oh, like if he was lifting weights,
or
like how Ben Affleck was preparing for the Justice League by doing pull-ups.
hey, how many can you do?
Superman can push the Earth out of orbit, like, and not break a sweat. And this man can lift his own body weight. Okay, like,
Hey, at least a dozen times.
yeah, wow. Color me impressed.
But Batman has one secret weapon over Superman. Martha.
Oh no.
Or was it the other way around? It was the other way around, wasn't it? Why'd you say that name?
Yeah. It's his mama's name. They have the same mother's name.
He knows her name.
Well, I mean, funny story though. I was in a fight one time and they said, leave Linda out of it. And I was like, that's my mom's name. And I stopped the fight right then and there.
I don't believe that.
No, her name really is Linda.
You have a mom?
Yeah. Believe it or don't.
I swear I've always just thought you were created in a lab somewhere. There's no way you came from an actual another human person.
Well, one human person.
Oh, okay.
We don't know what how it really happened.
Steve, can you explain this?
But he was hairy.
We gotta have Steve on here one of these days.
I'm not hairy. I actually had someone cut all of my hair off.
Twinsies?
Yeah, we're kind of twinsies.
Do we go to the same barber?
I think we did this time.
Yeah.
He's the guilty party.
Me.
Yeah, it was a fun prank. I woke up. No, I'm just kidding.
How messed up would that be? Because your hair was pretty long. You're just sitting there minding your business, and I do the jackass prank, but...
Yeah, no, that would be a shock for sure. But no, it was all COVID hair. I didn't go to the barber the entire time.
His hair was full of COVID, guys.
Oh, yeah. They were just in it to win it.
Yep.
So, yeah, I just cut it all off. I've never been completely this short before, but I did it.
You even took a little off the front there, too.
Yeah, well, so did you.
I took a lot off the front.
Yeah, like, it feels a little weird not having it as long as
it does, doesn't it? Like, we live in Michigan. It gets cold here in the winter. Even at, this time of the year in March, where most people are starting to see signs of spring. Today here it was only 22 degrees for our high. And when the first time I went outside after shaving my head and my face, whew, I was not prepared. It was cold.
All right, so we actually, instead of just being put on the spot for what the fight next week will be, we actually have it set. Where we decided that this season is actually going to be 20 episodes long. We're going to try to adhere to the once every Monday release. So make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment. Keep the engagement with us. We like seeing comments, even if it's only Steve. It's fun to talk to Steve. But so for the next fight, this one I chose. And I chose the fight parameter to be a character that has a color in the name. As long as it fits that criteria, I don't care if you bring the Jade Giant or Scarlet Witch, I guess. If that's who you want to bring, that's who you can bring.
So I could bring Daredevil?
No, I don't think so.
But at the end of Dare is R-E, and the beginning of Devil is D, so R-E-D.
Oh.
Red is in the name.
Oh. I get... You know what? We'd have to pull the judges on that one.
What do you think?
Do you think that would fit? Because it says red in there.
All right.
Did you really consider that? No, never mind. Don't tell me. All right. Well, thank you, everyone from the Karkom Kingdom, for stopping by, spending this time with us while we jokingly fight about this madman versus a robot. I don't have anything else to say. You got anything?
I got nothing.
All right, well, I guess that's it for today's episode. Stop on by next week for another one where I bring a person with a color in the name and...
Oh, what? That almost went very south. And yes, I'll bring a person with color in their name as well.
Yeah, just never mind that.